G'day everybody, this is just a very quick video to talk a bit about one of my passions, gamification, and to actually get stuck into the core of or the simplest way to engage in gamification, that's playing games. I've got a huge number of games. I think at last count I'm up to about 140 something different board games. It's my birthday today, so it's quite possible I may have some more by the end of the day, because my friends and family know how much I love board games. I want to talk to you a little bit about some of the games that I found really useful, and the first one I want to talk about is this little game called Antidote. This game is basically about a group of scientists who accidentally release a toxin into their laboratory, and they have to work out how to come up with the correct antidote to survive. The trick with this game is that it actually looks like a competitive game, but it's actually a cooperative game. The first time people play this game, and a bit of a spoiler for those of you who might want to play it, but it still engages in the same way, there's a compulsion to try and compete for the best resources. Of course, everyone knows that if you're being poisoned by a toxin, the best resource to find is any antidote, which will actually save your life. But the players compete for the antidotes, destroying some in the process, causing some of the players to die, when in fact, cooperatively, there is enough antidote for everyone to play. This is an interesting social game that gives you the opportunity to explore what it means to actually be a part of a team, and how competition can both stimulate and deteriorate from effective play. I also really love this game called Love Letter. It's a 4-player in its core box, but 8-player in its expansion. The object of the game is to get your letter of affection to the princess, and to win her hand by getting as close to her as possible. A simple game of card management, playing your cards to try and offset the others. There's a lot to learn in this game about resource management, what to hold on to, what to let go of, and how you might play the game. The last game I want to just talk to you quickly about is a game called Dead Last. This game actually uses the prisoner's dilemma to its greatest effect. A group of robbers have actually completed a heist and are now about to divvy up the loot, but have decided that perhaps they don't necessarily want to share the loot with all of the players. This game is really awesome because it can be played with up to 12 players, and is a very fast elimination game where players use subtle cues, verbal and non-verbal, to communicate with each other and to determine who it is that's going to be the last to stand. When it comes down to only 2 players, the prisoner's dilemma happens, where the players actually play cards to decide whether they're going to share the loot. If both share, then a sharing happens, but if one steals and one shares, then the sharing player gets nothing. And so once again, it's a really good game for enhancing negotiation, but also dealing with what it feels like to be betrayed. So these 3 social games are really awesome for community development, and assisting people to work through what it means to behave and practice the skills of what it means to behave in a social environment. So that's a little bit from me about gamification. I love playing board games, and I love using my board games to teach real life goals. I've been Odd Rev. You can find me on YouTube on Never Odd or Even. You can also find my blog site on oddrev.com. This is Will Nicholas signing off. Thank you.